Hi guys, it's the 24th of August, another glorious day. Just wanted to give you a little update here in the Backyard Veg Plot. Now, this bed of... I've taken the peas out now, that's why that gap's there, but these dwarf French beans have done really well. And they're still cropping. But this, I've showed this before, I saved my own seed, so one of them must have been crossed or something last year, and it turned into a sort of climbing French bean, and I've just been picking them. So this is the climbing bean, and these are the dwarf French bean, the ones down there. So they look pretty much, I mean obviously I picked them smaller, but they kind of look similar, perhaps a shade lighter in colour maybe. I haven't tasted them yet, but they look really good, and I love the way that they just hang like that, just really easy to pick. Because sometimes, you know, if these sort of tend to flop over or something, and sometimes the beans like that, they start curling around. Sometimes if they hit the bottom, I'm trying to get an example here, sort of like that, can you see? And still edible of course, but I really like that. I just like the way they're just hanging loose like that, dead easy to pick. So I'm going to allow some of those pods to ripen if we can get enough dry weather. I'm going to save some, grow them again next year and see what happens. Right, moving on. I've just took, we had 2 kale here, but because they were up here somewhere I couldn't get the net over them, and they just got absolutely infested with cabbage whites and what have you, white fly. So I've pulled them out. We've got another kale plant down on the orchard, so we're alright if we need any kale. And so what I'm going to do is, I've got some radish here and spring onion, and then that's actually parsley. I thought it was coriander, so I'm going to pot that up and I can overwinter it in the greenhouse. And I've got some lamb's lettuce there and some more spring onion just at the back. So I'm toying with the idea, I've got about 3 or 4 Savoy cabbage, so I might put them in here and then again just, you know, net it over to protect them. Beetroot, I've just cooked some off actually. It looks terrible because of the beet leaf miner, but actually it's absolutely, you know, I mean look at that, it's done absolutely superb. Cracking lot of beetroot this year. So again, I'll just leave that until the first frost. I'll pull it up and store it in the usual way. So I've just cleared the onion bed, I'll show you those in a minute. Same thing with the achikikiri squash. It just stopped growing. We got one, which you can see, but for some reason, yeah, that's it. It just gave up growing. So I was a bit disappointed in that, but never mind. And then there's a bit of a mishmash in here. We've got coriander, which I'm letting go to seed. I can see the seeds forming now. And then there's a second sowing of beet in there. And then I've got some white turnip in here. Again, you can see some caterpillars have got in, but it's not too bad. And it's looking like it could be ready in a couple of weeks' time. And then we've got some, my next lot of Lolo Rosso is ready for picking. More spring onions in there. Mizuna. Then in the frames here, that's coriander. And I've got some Mizuna there, spring onion, spinach, lamb's lettuce I think it is. Here's some cabbage plants there. That one's been badly mauled, but it might come back. This is the other lot of French beans I've got, and as you can see they're doing just fine. Probably be picking those tomorrow. And then here's the onions. I've just done this morning. I've got them in my composting unit here, so that I can actually shut the lid down to stop the rain getting on them. But obviously they're still getting the benefit of the heat, and air can circulate around. So I'll just leave them under there until they're completely dried out. They're not bad. Still a bit of green on some of the foliage, but they're getting there now. Really good crop of onions. I'm really pleased with those. That's variety Stew Ron. So a quick look in the greenhouse. It's done well. These are a nice tomato. Like I say, I'd ordered Crimson Crush, which they are clearly not. But they are very nice. So I've no idea what variety it is, but they are a nice tasting tomato, not too thick skinned or anything like that. So it's not too bad at all. And since we've sheared the basil, it's just gone absolutely bonkers. I mean, look at it, amazing. And I've actually got some bell peppers coming. I didn't think I was going to get any, but you can see all the flowers on. There's a couple on that one down there. So yeah, there's a couple over there I've just seen as well. So I'm going to go around with a brush again. I just keep pollinating them with a little sort of brush, just to, I know that I can see one or two overflies in here, but I just like to know that I've done my best to try and get them pollinated. So I need to get back in here today and harvest some of these tomatoes, and I just keep seeing if there's one there, look, a side shoot. Remove that. But yeah, it's the blight. It seems to have, it's got it obviously, but it doesn't seem to have ravaged the whole. I'm just turning around the plants, you know, so I'm just kind of leaving it as it is. But yeah, all in all, done very well. Alright guys, I'm back down on the micro orchard. It's Monday. This is the last good day, I think. So yesterday, if you recall on the previous video, I pruned the damson tree and I'd done loads of summer pruning, and there was a big pile of it anyway. I came down yesterday, got rid of it all, had a good burn, so I'll get that emptied out at some point and then we can start again. But that was good to get rid of that. As I say, take advantage of the fine weather, you know. And then I'm in the van, so I've got some tools with me. I'm just going to screw those pegs into the board, and then like I say, I can come back sometime over the winter and just tidy those flags up a wee bit. And then also I've got my bulb planter and my butane torch, so I'm going to burn some holes. I've got some pinks, the pink cuttings I took earlier over here, so I need to do the same. I'm going to burn some holes in the fabric and get those planted out. Well, there's still a bit of warmth in the ground, so I'll come back to you. Alright guys, so I've got my holes done. What have we got? 1, 2, 3, 20. And I've still got room for another couple of rows maybe next year. I'm just short of some pegs actually. Peg down the member, I'll weigh it down with bricks, but and the red ants, so anyway, here's my pink cuttings. Now it's pretty good, but not all of them have taken. I can tell, for example, this one to the right hasn't taken, that one definitely has, but I'm going to leave it in the pot and just plant it, because it might take, it might grow. But generally I think the majority of them have struck, and where there's definitely two, I've just got them in some water here, and I'm going to gently tease them apart so I can plant them individually and just make up the 20 planting holes. Right, that's it guys, all done. I couldn't believe how dry the ground was underneath that sheet, but then there you go, you score lucky with pinks, because they they are so tolerant of dry conditions, so that's why they do so well. So hopefully in a couple of years, if they all take, they will look like that. For this one, thanks as always for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button if you like the content, and hit that subscribe button, and take care. See you in the next one. Bye for now.